down, you feel me? And when a nigga that ain't no proper game, you feel me? The shit ain't gonna work out right. You feel me? And then her time and money is wasted.
Taking the convo to high levels. Comment, like, and subscribe if you're enjoying Durable Minds Radio.
Bring it into why. Why do we recommend getting rid of, the quick dates? Why is you recommending that, Miss C? Let's see where your brain is at. I sent the invite. You don't got to show your face or anything, but if you don't want to keep typing, you're more than welcome to come up and share your thoughts. You're more than welcome to come up and share your thoughts. And if you guys read, you should go check out that book that I just had. But we have Miss Pretty up here. How you doing, Miss C? Miss C, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Okay. So you said that you have a good topic, and the topic is to stop the quickie dates. And I asked you, why do you think that? So can you elaborate?
Yeah, for one, once you have that standard out there to men that you are promoting QVs, you cutting yourself short, and it's kind of sad that it's so many people. Because when I was, doing my thing on the net, I wouldn't always say an hour, and then I elaborate why you should get an hour instead of I could do a half, but you women are not creating experiences. They're rushing their dates, but they're not going nowhere further with it. Like, all right, I don't know whose QV date price is. I don't really care. But like, if I was to throw a number out there, let's say 120, that's that's your standard. Like, that's what you want to even have somebody in your presence. Like, I need more than that. So it's like it's fucking the game up. It's making it oversaturated. That it's normal to have a date for $100, or is that's what I said. We just, as women who are in this situation like that, it doesn't need to be like, all right, I just want to get a nigga in the door. Like, it shouldn't be like that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that shit gotta go. Cause it's making everybody think, if I say, yeah, I do an hour for da 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 da, they're like, nah, I only got like 100. I only got 80. And it's like, I just need 5 minutes. And that's not escorting. That's like crack hole shit. And it's too
Well,
many pretty ass women that's doing crack whore date.
Miss C. Now let me ask you:
Mhm.
How long have you been in the lifestyle?
6 years.
Okay, within 6 years, have you ever heard of upselling?
Yeah.
So now, what is your take on maybe the 3 or 4 is going to do the quick date, but have the intention to upsell. So the quick date might not be what everybody might think a quick date is. It might just be to get in the door and then upsell. Have you ever thought of it that way?
Yeah, I used to, like I said, when I started out, when I got into a program with somebody, he told me, this is what your rate is. And I would always say, I don't like that. And so he told me, yeah, make a move, offer something else. Tell him you dance. Tell him you do special dates. So, let him get to know you first. So, yeah, I was cool. Like, all right, I would like lower my standards just to go for it, just to get him in the door to see if I could upsell or make
Well,
a,
it's well, you think it's lowering your standards?
yeah, because it's like you're wasting time. It's plenty of big fish out there, and in the in between date time, that's too many bodies. Like, if I'm taking, well, back what I was gonna say when I was with my folks, he was like, yeah, you need to make regulars. So I was like, I'm okay with it, was a QV when it's like, come to, all right, if I get a date and he's on a QV, I'm like, all right, your next date got to be 30. We got to get to know each other. I just kind of like gauge how that person is. So I would upsell gauging on what they like and what I think they want. So, it's lowering because it's becoming a standard. Like, there could be special cases, but if you're putting it out there as a menu, that's like you putting a value meal, and it's beautiful entrees out there, and you
Well, you're
already
doing.
giving niggas that
This is the
a
thing.
value meal
This is the
price.
thing. I
Hmm.
hear what you're saying, and this is the thing. You're doing that with the hourly rate too. You're still putting a quota on it, right? And this is my thing. I think the reason why a lot of females are trying to figure out what the reason is of these tricks wanting to be cheaper. I think it comes with, the terminology of the word 304. I think that opens up the door. Like, what is your take on the word or the term 304?
Um, I always feel like it was a term for girls that's working. You know, if you're gonna see what the difference between HO and 304, HO to me just they don't really have like a standard. They could do it for free. They could do it for the low. They could do it for the
Oh, so
clout. They
you
could do
think,
it.
okay, so let me ask you this.
Mhm.
Which one you think is for the pimping, the 304 or the HO?
For sure, the 304. It looks like
Oh
it's a
Lord.
program, and
See,
then
this
like I
is the
said,
pro.
the HO is
No, no, the H. So the HO is what goes with the pimping, right? The hoe and the pimping is what makes it. Pimping and hoeing is the best thing going. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
The 304, that term, it came from square guys that had relationships with their girlfriends, and them girlfriends wanted to do like OnlyFans or whatnot, and then they run to the internet talking about it, and they couldn't use the word hoe, so they start calling them 304s, because back in the day, the 304 upside down meant hoe, right? So they really took the word hoe out of context when they created 304. They was really talking about a bunch of females that, have the phase of a 304, but not necessarily want to live the lifestyle of a hoe. You get what I'm saying?
I can see what you're saying.
So how I look at it is, fuck the 304 is the reason, because it's a lot of square females that are willing to make deals with tricks and lower their standards and morals, and then call themselves a 304, right? So the word 304 is very, very watered down, to where now you see it on social medias, to where now the trick feels they can have negotiation. You feel me? They feel like, oh, they know what a 304, they see it all the time, and it's no suspense of the hoe anymore, because everybody wants to be a 304, and the trick sees it on a regular. So now the trick is like, fuck that. I'm gonna be cheap. You know what I mean? And that was,
I
I
definitely
don't I
agree.
don't really look at it as the pricing or the quickies or the half hours or the hours. I look at it as every female wants to portray that 304 phase, right? So now the ones that's really in the lifestyle that consider themselves hoes have it a little bit harder with tricks.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I tell all the females that consider themselves true of the lifestyle to get rid of that 304 term. Let them pretender, them wannabe hoes be called 304s. So now you could still have that suspense with tricks. So now you could tell tricks, oh yeah, you've been dealing with 304s, you ain't never dealt with a hoe. To where now it's like, oh shit, okay, this is the actual the meaning of what it is now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. Anything else on your mind though?
Then when if we're gonna follow up with this topic of the whole 304, like the confusion and stuff, what I don't respect, and this is not to offend nobody, that's even you who's on the internet, not promoting, because that's not what we're doing. We're educating those women that create it's a lot of women that even pretend to be one, a hoe, and they look at hoe content and they're like, I'm gonna put on some heels and be faking on the motherfucking blade. I'm gonna be faking it. Their mind is not really clicked in because the phone dictates what they know about it. Like, you'll
Mm-hmm.
see these bitches with a page and they is all lost in the sauce. And it's fucked up because they're fucking up, they're influencing the wrong bitches, and now you're influencing squares to think this is all roller coaster. Bitches is not no roller coaster. It's not fun, it's not funny. And that's how I can tell the difference. Like, this bitch, this for looks. She thinks she look good. She could wear heels. Okay, you can find anybody can find them some management. Like, this fucking management everywhere. It's like you said, it's the mindset that the squares have like pushed on the internet, and now it's like this is like a thing now. Now they got like 304 talk, like it's to
Right.
me it's tasteless. I don't knock nobody, but sometimes it's
And,
like mm,
and you're proving the point. A lot of the girls and a lot of the females that want to make content and get close to the lifestyle is because they got a safe word now. They
mm,
can cover it up by calling themselves a 304 on the internet. But reality is, if they was saying I'm a hoe and this and that, it would come with more structure behind it. It would come with more of them having to take it seriously. Hey, who we got up here?
Hey, I'm Yaya. How are y'all?
I'm doing good, Miss Yaya. How you doing? Did you hear what we were speaking on? Did you want to elaborate on anything? Yaya, are you there? I think we lost Miss Yaya.
I see her thing loading.
Okay, maybe she got a message. We'll give her a little time. Or they don't consider themselves hoes, but in competition with hoes. Right, right. They want to be in a competition. And that's why I've always told the ladies of the lifestyle that it's going to come a time where you're going to have to just let go and like branch off from the 304 community. I know, it came all at once. The feminine, the girl power, the 304s, it came all at once. But sometimes now you got to realize the ladies that's in the lifestyle, the ones that's portraying it and calling themselves 304 and trying to exploit the whole female is actually putting a bigger target on you ladies. For one,
Mm-hmm.
within society, and then for two, within dealing with the tricks. Y'all have to, compete with all of these pretender ass hoes, and now these tricks is acting cheap and whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Uh-huh. But I
Yeah,
appreciate you
yeah.
coming up. Did you want to close it with something, Miss C?
Um, I don't got nothing else to really say. Like I said, my little piece about like women, like we can't give. It shouldn't, to me, in my opinion, it shouldn't be no menu. When I went with my second person I was fucking with, he told me don't put no damn menu. Don't ask them. They fucking with you for you. Ask them what the fuck they want. Not don't tell them what the fuck they should get because they're gonna be choosy. Like say, what the fuck do you want? And then not like that, but you know what I mean. You gotta let them know what do you want? What do you want to experience? What do you want to gain from this? Like, yeah, I know it's like, cat and mouse and shit. That's cute. But like what type of woman? Because all I know is when I make a date, that becomes a regular. It's really to the point where I never had to even go on the site no more. I
Well,
had to
well,
start
what in
doing
your because
blaze.
you keep using this word regular. What is a regular to you, ma'am?
A person that you pretty much don't have to like use the net or use the tools you got. He's already locked in with you. He's already established that this is the because a lot of men that I've fuck with, they really looking for a bitch. They don't got it. They don't really want to be skipping. Some of them niggas do. Some niggas they would have a amount they gonna spend a week on a bitch and they gonna break that shit down. That's how they become cheap. That's how the shit be cheaping because they know you need at least $1,000, honestly, to be real. But it's watered down bitches. They gonna be like, I want a bitch every day. So I'm gonna tell this bitch I got 100. I'm gonna give this I'm gonna lowball her and see what the fuck going on. And it's gonna be other bitches that's gonna go, bitches that's on coke that's gonna go. So when you get a regular, he understand the assignment. He like what his vibe. Is locked in. Now I can pull whatever I want out of it. Sometimes I didn't pull money and I didn't even have to sit in it because I wanted it. Like, yeah, I want like $200 because I'm sitting in this motherfucking casino and I want to get fucked up and I want to spend. And that's what they're gonna do. That's a regular to me. That's like business now. It became more business now instead of I'm gonna just play the field and see what I come up with because I left a lasting impression and I didn't pretend to be something I'm not because I sent a menu and I got 3 or 4 in my name and I got a bunch of thought ass pictures on my page.
So
Like I
when you
don't
say
even look like
menu,
that.
when you say menu, right? So let's say
Hmm.
let's break this word menu down. So when a trick says how much for your time, and you're saying don't give a menu, what do you tell the trick?
I'm like, well, how much for my? I don't even respond like that. That's number one. That's how you get called. That's how you get a case. Even if it's not anybody in the operation,
So how
when
do you
him
how would you respond?
how much? Honestly, I go straight for the video call. I'm like, I discuss everything on video because I
Okay, you
don't
do
like
the
that
video
testing.
call. You do the video call. In the
Mm.
video call, he says, "How much for me to come over? Like, I wanna stay for 15 minutes. How much?"
Number one, I asked, well, what do you want to do in 15 minutes? And he like gives like, full service. Oh, I'm not doing a full service. I would like more time with you. Would you like to do an hour for this amount? So I'm
And he
set
says
my
no. He says no and hangs up. Click.
okay. It's gonna be other ones. Like
Okay, so but my
that's
my
it.
thing is this. Some females look at it like I can break him better in person. You get what I'm saying? To where it's like, okay, this is what we're gonna do in this time. To where now that 15 minutes, they think it's gonna be full service, but reality is it's not full service. You get what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna do that when, like I said, it's other people that will be more than willing. You know how much time? Okay, you will sign yourself for a QV. You know how much time it take you to get ready for the QV, to wait for the QV to actually get there, and then
Listen,
you got to freshen up.
you
That's
can't
not.
you can't sign up for this lifestyle and then complain about what comes with the lifestyle.
I'm not complaining. I'm saying these are standards that I've created because of what we mentioned was the watered down issue of it, the standard that other women have done, and I haven't got anything negative. Number one, I don't even do hotels no more. I'm at to the point where like I said, I locked in my outs, I locked in
Okay,
my
well, did you came from the grassroots of the game, right? You used to be in hotel rooms, right?
yeah, but I'm not
Well, we
knocking
just
it, but
so
I've learned a lot,
okay.
so we
I
gonna
get
say
that,
that.
and that's good. That's very good. But sometimes, you know, we're still if we appreciate the grassroots, then saying, "Oh, I used to be in hotels," and that's irrelevant, right? Who we got? Malik.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, Malik, what's going on? What's on your mind? Did you have something on your mind?
Nah, I'm just listening in real quick.
Okay,
Just
okay, I'm gonna
listening.
bring you right back. I'm gonna bring you right back, man.
Yeah.
My bad. I didn't know. I thought it was another lady. I wanted to bring another lady up here, but yeah, like I'm saying, like sometimes that is the game, right?
Mhm.
See. A lot of females they sign up for in this and they think it's a shortcut to life. And once they realize when they get in this lifestyle that it's really not a shortcut, they actually have to, you know, get sharpen their knowledge and sharpen their game skills and their communic and all of them things. They start to play the blame game. They start to blame everybody instead of just looking at themselves and being like, okay, this is the challenge. I'm up for it. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean, but I know what I won't do. But I know what you mean. If you had your own, like I said, I don't know if you do or have. Or I don't even know you from a can of paint to know where you at in the game. But for example, if that's the program that nigga wants you on, then yeah, take the challenge. This is your shit. But when I got to my folks, they told me a lot of things that I did not have to settle for
So
to
let,
break
let me
them.
ask you
So.
this. Let
Mhm.
me ask you this. Was you choosing this lifestyle or was you choosing the pimp and what he told you?
The first one I chose him because I didn't intend to be, in the lifestyle when I met him. It happened. Like I don't know. We talked before. I told him he got locked up. He needed me and his bottom bitch to hold him down. So I, joined. But the second time, I definitely wanted to gain knowledge from the game in as a whole, and I got love for it. So it wasn't like I'm looking for the P and what his program is about because I've come into like myself to know what I've done a lot. I've done 100% of the game.
Yeah, my
I've
God, are
done
you here?
all lanes, but you grow older, you get wiser, you realize the market is trash in this area. Like it was a conversation in one of these hoes motherfucking pages, and the bitch was like, "Oh, these niggas be asking for bear. They ask for bear," and it's like they ask for bear because it's bitches that is already fucked up. They already caught up in that shit. Already got STDs that's incurable. That's why I don't believe in the sites. It's a lot of niggas that's and y'all people act like condoms don't break. Like that's too risky. So like I said, I took myself off the net because of my
See,
safety. It's not even
see,
about
see,
knocking shit.
see, see.
Okay, why you? I heard you the first time. What's up?
You kind of moving the goalposts. That's all. That's all. You know, you just kind of moving the goalposts because I'm trying to understand.
Mm.
Okay, so do you have folks now?
I'm actually without. I left my last, and we are just like literally getting into the digital shit.
So when
Me
you
and
choose
my.
up,
Mm,
go ahead. My bad.
go.
I mean, when you
Now I'm on the digital side. I've been working on my digital shit. Like my content, my live platforms and shit, interaction and stuff. Because I don't have folks, and I don't work without folks right now. So yeah.
Okay, so when you do choose folks, do you choose folks meaning you understand the lifestyle, you understand whole etiquette with your folks, and you're for the lifestyle, or if your folks, the one that you chose, start telling you to do contrary things to the lifestyle, would you listen to that?
We would have to discuss that before I choose. Like, I mean, like I said, some people don't believe in interviews or getting to know the person. I don't just choose blindly. We discuss like what is it that you expect from me, and I put my standards out there. Just like at one point, because I had a fucked up incident. I had a bad experience with a Caucasian. So he telling me, I need you to not do no AA. You know, I was like cool with Mexicans and shit, and I really don't do AA. But I was like, I ain't doing no white man. He was like, you ain't doing no white man. You miss all this money. And I'm like, right now, I just went through a traumatic experience. I don't give a fuck. I know there's a game in this shit. I know it's rules. But people have mental shit they have to process to be 100%. Eventually, I got over it and I went back to it. But at one point, yeah, I had to say, look, I gotta say no on that, bro. Like right now, because it was some fucked up shit that kept happening with Caucasians. Now, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
It's a lot with that shit.
Hello, hello. Who we got up here with a
hello.
figure of Bella? What's on your mind? I wanted to bring some more female energy up here.
Yeah, it's a figure of Bell, but I'm formerly known as Unique.
Okay, okay.
Or
So
Unique.
what is
Hello,
your
how
take?
y'all doing?
Cool, cool. What is your take on the females that still do quickie dates? Should they stop doing it? Is it messing up the money?
Um, well, me personally, I still do QV dates. I don't mind the quicker I'm capable of getting them in, I can get them out. But majority of the time, once I get them in, they're not leaving. Honestly, you know what I'm saying? Because then they would, want to, pay for some more time.
Right, right. And that was my approach. See, we have Miss C and she says that if we eliminate the quickie dates, then the tricks will be wanting to spend more money. Am I saying it correctly, C?
Like I said, in certain cases, if they start off asking for menu and they only want this time, I'm gonna market myself. Oh, I only do hours, you know what I mean? But for like she said, go
I
in and
I
out. That's
usually lead with always booking by the hour, but if
mm-hmm.
as a provider, I'm gonna accommodate you for whatever you like. So if you want a QV, if you want to have, or you want multiple hours, or even overnight, or I don't know, it just depends on the person per se. But
That's true. Yeah, it do. You
I
you could
always
read
like to
into
book
it.
preferably by the hour, just so I can tally up everything better. But I mean, in between times, shit, motherfuckers may hit you up, or motherfuckers may be right around the corner or up the street and be like, woo dee woo dee woo and woo dee woo dee woo. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go into detail, but y'all know what I mean.
You do. I'm just asking. You do net or blade or all lanes? Like, are you just
I
that
do
that
all
when that?
avenues. All avenues,
Okay.
everything that you can possibly think of is a track. No matter if you on the blade, no matter if you in a shopping center, no matter if you in a resort, no matter
You're
if you
right. The world
around the
is a blade.
world, no matter if you in the
Yeah.
club, no matter if you at a bar, a local pub, no matter wherever the fuck you at, you're supposed to be, magnetizing at all times.
So what is the ladies' take on the situation with choosing pimps in 2026? What is the biggest issue?
Oh
Hmm.
Lord.
The
Okay.
COVID pimps.
And let's give it some thought. Like, what is the big, like, if we have to narrow it down to like the top three, let's try to figure out what is the biggest issue with the ladies in 2026 choosing pimps.
Choosing pimps. Okay. If they're not some real ism, I mean that'd be the number one thing if they're not some real ism.
So how do, if we was out there, and this was a class and there was a bunch of 304s and they was in adult women and they were like, oh, well, how do we choose? How do we know this is the right? How do we know this is real folks? What would you ladies recommend to these ladies? Like, how do you know if they're real folks?
An interview.
It would, well, for one, they would have a stable, or they would be established within their life, as some ism, or having some type of knowledge or experience, being in the game, or, having some type of wisdom. I mean, I don't know, that's how
May
I
I,
look
may I
at it.
know? May I know? How old are you, if I may ask?
I'm 23.
Okay, so you're young, right? And
Yeah.
and Miss C, may I know your age? Are you
I
mid
told you
twenties?
I ain't telling nobody my age. That's
Okay, okay,
magic.
fair enough,
Don't
fair
do
enough,
that.
fair enough. So when you're being a younger female in the game, do you think that you can choose a pimp and make him rich? Could you be the first one of his stable?
I've been the first one of a stable.
Okay, so now you said, because you said what makes a real pimp is he has to have a stable, right? He has to be established.
Yeah, well,
So
so yeah, major. I mean, I don't know too many P's that don't fuck with women, or I'm not even gonna say. I'm gonna say of our nature. You know what I'm saying? I don't know any pimps that just don't fuck with other women of our vernacular.
no,
So
I
I'm gonna
get it, but
say,
all the females could have just blew. You feel me? When he met you, you know
okay,
what I'm saying? To where he don't got no stable. You know what I'm saying?
okay, that's a possibility.
And I say that because I understand you know that, right? But a lot of
Hmm.
females, they go in choosing folks like, oh, they asking questions like how many females you got and this and that. And sometimes they're not realizing, hey, pimping might just took a couple L's, bitches just blew. They squared
Yeah.
up, whatever the case may be. So that doesn't really define if he's authentic or not, right?
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, I've been the first in it. I've been the first before. I mean, we would just have to have a conversation moving forward of what's transpired and what's led us up to this point of time of me choosing up, or what's actively going on in his life as well, to where we came across.
Miss Uni, do
Right.
you go by talk or do you ask for proof? Are you into like thorough screening? Cause like we screen these teas. Do we like we ask like those questions they may be uncomfortable to ask because they full of shit? Do you ask a P like if he say his choosing is this much? Can you
Hmm.
ask him? Can you show me? Do you even have that much with you? Because my thing is, I ain't trying to pick up no leash that's down their dick. That's terrible. That's how they become gorillas
So
because
look,
they're
no, no,
literally
no,
looking to get
no.
their
Hold
bills
on, hold
paid.
on, hold on, hold on, Lau, hold on, relax. Because when you say stuff contrary, I have to jump in real quick, right? That's
Yeah.
not how. See, the thing is, it's mostly the pimps that are doing their thing and having it their way. And if they fee and they got double whatever their fee is, they're not worrying about females choosing them. You feel me? They're not necessarily campaigning for the female and thirsty to have females because they're already established. They probably got a cool stable and
Yeah.
they're working on whatever's else, right? So you got to put that in consideration too, right? To where it's not always if a this sometimes a lot of gentlemen would tell you a fee to see even if you just take it seriously. Or are you
Or
going to just
even
get
if you're capable of coming up with that.
no, not even if you're
Hmm.
able of coming up with it, if you're going to not get an attitude or not question it or not try to act like you some big shit now, right? It just be like, oh, my fee is 20 bands. And to see if you're going to even take it in substance and take it seriously, or are you going to just be like, oh, well, let me see it and let me till now they know, okay, yeah, she ain't even she's straight to attitude. She over here trying to control things instead of being open-minded to what's, and reciprocate things.
But that's how you get fucked. Like, you cannot be open minded to everybody. You can't just believe
I
what they
didn't
tell you
say
to
I
do. You
didn't
can't. You
say
can't
hand
do
the
that.
money over. I didn't say hand the money over. See, I
I didn't
said
say
be
you should,
open
but you
minded.
shouldn't. You should see if he's like not just trying to take your money. There's motherfuckers that be in this game. I don't know how many people in here then had got fucked over. You can be like the game is spitting, especially the younger you
So
are.
let
The
me ask
game
you
is
this.
spitting at
Let
you.
me
Let me
ask you this
finish
one.
though.
See, go ahead. Go
What?
ahead. See,
Let me see. Let me just get this out, and I'm gonna tell you like
go
it's
ahead.
literally niggas that literally can make a whole page look like they got money, everything a rental, car rental, clothes a rental, jewelry a rental, everything a rental. And they be like, I know she gonna see me as a pricey nigga. Cause I've had these conversations in my DMs trying to campaign. They supposed to be pricey, they supposed to be straight. And I'm like, yeah, that fee, do you even have that like for real? Like let me just see some type of like permission because you do get fucked over. Niggas be having nothing in their name, nothing. And they know
Right.
you got a bag of like 5,000, they didn't came up. What you mean you're not supposed to ask no questions?
No,
This
no, I'm
motherfucker
not.
could
I'm
be
not.
a
I
real
said
bitch ass nigga.
I'm saying that I'm not telling you to hand the money over. What I'm saying is you can ask questions, but be open minded with asking questions. Don't assume, right? Because you got to ask yourself this. Okay, let's say you do give the money to him and he blows it. Did you choose wrong, or did he do something wrong?
Yeah, you choose wrong because you didn't ask thorough. You didn't do a thorough
Well,
screening.
the thing is first off, if you're thinking you're gonna screen a pimp, you're gonna always choose wrong. That's the problem of being open minded. It's no such thing as screening pimps.
You
You get what I'm
screen
saying?
tricks.
You screen
No, you
tricks,
have to
not
screen
pimps.
who managing your money. That's more. That's way more
That's why you're
important.
gonna always choose
Nigga was
wrong because
right.
a lot of females, when they think I gotta screen a pimp, they're gonna run into the pretender that has the correct answer and the right answers for everything.
And they
Because
gonna want to pop it on the
But that's what I'm
right,
bitch.
and
saying. We're
that's
not
what
talking about words. We're talking about let me see something. That's how I'm not gonna get fucked
that's what I'm trying
over.
to explain. No true pimp is gonna show you anything.
They did though.
That's and
They have
they're
though.
not a pimp.
That makes no sense. How you gonna have it if they're not
Because
pimping?
if you, I don't know, like,
I'm not
Listen,
trying to be like an
let me go look
because
argumentative
up what.
because
person, but
this
it's
is the
like, come
point.
on, for
This
real.
is the point
It's
I'm
a
trying
lot
to
of broke
make.
peeps out here
This is
for
the
real
point
that's
I'm trying to
looking for
make.
their neck to
See,
come up
see, see. This is the point I'm trying to make.
with no
A lot
listening.
of these dudes have all the materialistics and showing it, right? And they don't necessarily have the experience of being a pimp. So you would choose that man because he showed everything that you asked for. He had the right answers for everything, but he lacks the experience of the pimping whole lifestyle. That's why it doesn't work out. That's why he still blows whatever money you give him.
And
So that's
sometimes that cash that they claim or the materialistic things, that shit could be from scamming, from drug dealing, from
exactly.
any ever, like any
That's cool.
endeavor.
You
And
getting your
that's why
money. Shit, heck
but
yeah. You getting your
but
money.
but
Some
That's
see
what it
majority
is.
of the time, sometimes it don't even be off the hoe.
and
It be
see
from their
And
pussy
I rarely
ass,
I
from
really
a
prefer
pussy
that
ass
one.
job, or from their
And I
baby
really
mama
prefer
or
that
somebody.
one.
and that's
I
the
really
problem.
prefer a
See,
hustler,
so
regardless.
see, what if the hustler's a trick behind your back? Do
You
you
like
not know
that's something
hustlers can
that
be
then that's
tricks?
something that you would have to find. Now that's something that I agree. You have to be open minded and find out. But when it
But what
comes
I'm
to
saying is this: when you do find it out, are you still gonna pay the hustler that's tricking off your money?
no, it's time to
Exact.
blow.
But he showed you everything. He makes his own money. He does his thing. So why would you say you prefer the hustler when you 9 times out of 10 he could be a trick on the low?
A broke nigga
Ooh,
could be a
that's
trick
so
on the low.
scary.
I would take my chances to
Ooh, that
know at
makes my
least if
skin
there's
crawl.
money
No,
there,
but
then
you're
just go
throwing the
with
nigga.
a
See,
nigga
this is
that
the
just broke
thing.
ain't got nothing to show for
This
it.
is the
Like you
thing,
got to take
and
your
it,
chances. I'd rather take the higher chances. And if he ain't got no real ism in him, the money that comes in will show. He will see that it shows. I will see that it shows. It won't take long for me to
say,
show that.
you need to want to challenge yourself to choose a pimp, not going off what a pimp shows you, right? Going off what he is elaborating you to the lifestyle. See, sometimes a lot of pimps ain't going to really be asking for money. They're not even tripping off money. When the money conversation comes around, that's when they're trying to find out, is she a real hoe? Is she taking his lifestyle serious? See, a lot of these cats is so quick to say, oh, my fee is this and I need this and I need that because
I've
they haven't pimped
actually
long enough. Go ahead.
I've actually came across like different type of ism, and majority of the time, like it don't even be about the fee. It be about the work and the ethic and
Right, and the
the
experience,
principle,
how
the
long you've been
morality
in the
behind shit.
lifestyle. Yes. And that's what I'm trying to explain. A lot of times when these guys be in your DM and then y'all have a couple of exchange words and then they like, what's the fee? What's the fee? That irritates you ladies and you ladies are thinking those guys are pimps. And sometimes they're not even pimps and that frustrates y'all. So now y'all put y'all blinders up like, oh, these pimps asking for fees. I got to ask all the right questions. I got to do the screen in the interview. And 9 times out of 10, you got to just tell yourself, fall back a little bit and be like, you know what? These cats ain't even pimps. You know, especially if you had a pimp before. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you had a pimp. And that's what I'm saying. A lot of females be like, I have folks. And you got to ask yourself, did you really have folks? Because you should
Yeah.
understand what a
It
real
be
pimp
wrong
is now.
representation and false pretense and all that shit. A
Right.
lot of people be claiming that that they in the lifestyle, all this other bullshit. This shit be funny as hell. But I mean, teach his own.
Right, right. And the thing is this. We can all point the finger at something, right? Or we can look ourselves in the mirror and be like, okay, I'm gonna have to figure this out, right? Okay, and I'm not telling C is wrong. For sure, ask the right questions, but you got to be asking questions to understand, right? You can't ask questions to judge, right? To where, a pimp might be broke on his ass and be like, man, I've been up 3 4 times in my life, man. My fee is 20 bands and I don't got nothing to show with it, but I know that I've been up in life, so my standards is up there, right? To where now, if the female, so it's like this to me. When I always tell females like this, even if you choose wrong, you know you can make that money back, right?
For sure, for
So what
sure,
is
for
the
sure.
issue, right? So it's like, It's like if it's just money, right? And you know you females is getting money all the time, then if you're choosing wrong, it's not a big deal, right? Don't beat yourself up so much. You get what I'm saying? Just do your homework, do your due diligence, and get back out there and keep choosing. I'm not one to be like, oh, you ain't supposed to have 10 pimps and all that. I get it, man. Especially in 2026, there's a lot of pretenders. There's a lot of shit where a female might think it's something and get the fuck up out of there. Now, I would tell that female, don't consider that as a pimp. So don't be like, oh, I chose and I chose. Don't even count that shit as a choose. You feel me? Just understand you learn from that mistake and get back in the game.
No, for sure. I went through two this year, and that's why I started becoming more serious about the screening. My first two, they just had it. I knew they had ism. They taught me a lot. It's how they motivate you. It's how they speak to you. It's how they recognize what you is that you a star without it. Now niggas didn't start picking up that whole, oh baby, you a star, you a champion, you a trophy. Like now everybody use it now. But some people you could tell it's genuine, and you could tell they can, like I
Well,
mentioned
okay, you said
before.
you picked choose this year. You picked two this year. Were they real pimps or not?
What I honestly, one I can say because I knew his bitches and I've seen him up and I've seen him work and I literally was friends with him. Yeah, but like we got emotional with it because we was friends first, so it was
So
always some shit.
hold on. See, now
Uh
ask yourself, do true pimps
How?
befriend squares that are? I mean, befriend girls that are their friends. Do they be friends with girls first? True pimps.
No, I
Hell
wasn't a swear when we
no.
became friends though. That's what I'm saying. Like
You say
I
what?
had my folks when I knew him, and he had his bitches, but we was on the
Uh,
same type of like area and shit. So nah, I wasn't no square when me and he was friends. We
I don't
just
mean
ended up
square. I just
I
mean
mean,
like
but y'all entered the relationship wrong, so it
right,
became square because you said emotional, babe.
after like
right.
okay, we wasn't that emotional to after. Sometimes nigga would bring up. Oh, I know you used to go for it with this nigga. Oh, I know you. This is weird. It was weird. I can't even explain it. It was
He's
weird.
not no pig. I was just saying.
He was
And it
weird. It
be
wasn't. I wasn't weird. He was weird. I was about my business. I was about my paper, and I gave him a
we
whole
ain't
card
we
and shit. It just
listen.
got toxic.
Just because
See,
you give a nigga some paper don't mean that he a pig.
right.
I'm not. But this the thing. He is though. One. If you're in the lifestyle and you're in the same area, you fucking know. I ain't
Yeah, but
man. That
I'm
nigga ain't
saying
never
like
got
the
arrested. His bitches
emotional
ain't never been no
connection
shit.
that y'all had,
Hmm?
that sounded like some square shit.
What was square about it?
You said that y'all became emotionally connect, or what did you
He
say?
did. He did. And people can't act front like it don't happen. You be fucking your bitch, and
No,
it's not about love. And that's now it's love in hip
listen.
hop. Now it's love in
See,
whatever
see,
slave. Love
see,
in the
see.
hotel. Shit do
See,
happen now. Come on.
that usually happens for the female, and that's why females blow
Hmm.
because it doesn't happen with the pimping. So for you, and this is the thing, you be like, oh, I seen his girls, I seen this, I seen that. A lot of these dudes, especially when these scam, especially when the COVID came and all this free money came, a lot of these dudes can portray an image, and from the outside in, you might think they was of the lifestyle, but once you get in their inner circle and you see how emotional he is, you can tell he lacks experience. And this is why I always tell, I don't know if you ladies is the first time on this broadcast, but I'm heavy on speaking on the grassroots, right? And you're gonna understand if you're dealing with a true pimp, whether he got a bunch of things going on or whether he don't got nothing going on, right? Because of how he controls his emotions, right? Especially if he came from the grassroots of this lifestyle. And those is the pimps that you guys want to find. You want to find the ones that came from the grassroots because they have a little bit of more experience in knowing how to handle their emotions with females.
What's
And that's the
grassroots?
true essence to finding out if he's truly the ism. Not what he has, not what he's showing, nothing that. It's about, okay, is he on some lustful shit? Is he trying to always hump on me? Is he focused? Is he just trying to
Right.
is he a whole hustler? Is he trying to, it's a balance, right? Is he trying to fuck on me all the time? Or is he just trying to get my money? Pimping is somewhere in that balance. It's somewhere in the
Right.
middle of that. You get what I'm saying? To where it's
Yeah.
not, he's not going to showcase a lot of both. It's just more of showcasing
Right.
how serious do you take this lifestyle. You get what I'm saying? Because a
What's
real pimp under
grassroots? I'm sorry.
grassroots. Go ahead, go ahead. You said what does grassroots mean?
In this term, yeah, I never even heard of that before.
Well, grassroots mean like, he everything he got came from the womb. So I'm one to believe that when you're a young adult male, if you don't jump in this game as a young adult male, it's going to be harder for you to get the experience of coming out the trenches of the lifestyle. To where you have a sense of humbleness within this game. See, a lot of these cats, they getting their money from different ways, so they don't have the sense of humbleness when they're campaigning at females. So they
Mm-hmm.
either want to just hump on the female or just break on the female because they lack that humbleness of coming up out, the game and getting everything they got off the wound. So if you got that grassroots experience, you're gonna have trial and error. You're gonna have bitches blow on you. You're gonna have to come back all off your game and not have no materialistics to knock a bitch. You're gonna have all that shit. You're gonna have to know how females, they get mad, they get emotional. All of that shit you're gonna have in your arsenal. So that's what I mean by the grassroots pimps, right?
Okay, so like before, I feel like honestly, I ain't gonna hold you. I started in the like almost like a year before COVID, and it just felt like everybody was on that shit like during COVID because they had PPP, the flex like they was something they wasn't that. It was always up on some CNA shit, so I can bring a bitch and have her flip money for me or whatever. I think a lot of these niggas came from the COVID like window
Right.
where it was easier to do it because nobody was working and they was getting
Right. They
PPP
had a
loans and
booster.
shit,
They had a
all
they
that
had
other
a
shit.
booster with free money. So now when they got free money, of course
Hmm.
females is gonna be flocking on them, right? Of course. And now this is what creates, the females that don't take the lifestyle seriously either. Because they chose with a wannabe pimp that had some money going. So now when they go trap, they cool with making a couple little dollars a night because they know the dude with the PPP is still gonna look out for them. And like you said earlier, now they're gonna start making their little 304 pages and pushing their content and all that because they feel like they got a little bit experience of the lifestyle when really they not from the grassroots of the game. They from the COVID side of the game.
Hmm. I know the difference. I had two grassroots niggas that was doing that shit since they was in high school. Like one was from New York, and no, they both was from New York. I thought that one of them was Philly for it. One, both of was from New York. Both was literally on Pennsylvania Avenue, like and with a and somewhere in Queens. They got territory for real. So yeah, I do know the difference. That's why I am screening because they come a lot. They come in your DMs like bees, bro. Like that's why I got into like really, really saying you got to show me. Like you
But
gonna have
but
to
this is my
really,
thing
really
with you,
like
see. If you
show me
still, I
that.
know you doing your content thing, and you ain't. My thing is this: the reason I gets to me is because you're gung ho on saying that you got to screen a pimp, and I hope you do your screening and the pimp, you choose the right pimp so where you could get a true experience of dealing with the pimping, so you can get that screening terminology out your vocabulary, you know.
We'll see. I guess.
Because it's not about screening pimps. You just told yourself it's a lot of them COVID dudes that's in your DM. So you already know they not pimps. Trust me, most pimps they you gon' it's gonna be something unique. It's not gonna just be a straight DM like what's up, fuck with me, or it's gonna be something that is witty, maybe, you know what I'm saying, or something that's
Hmm.
unique or something like that to where it's going to spark your entrance. It's not going to just be the normal ABC 1 2 3 lines. That's a telltale sign that they're pretenders or they're COVID or whatnot. So that's why you're thinking you need to screen them because
Hmm.
yeah, like you said, you're excited. You would choose a hustler, but you don't want to get played, and you understand hustlers do a little scam and they do this. So that's why you think you got to screen them. But if you get in your mindset that okay, these hustlers and all them ain't them, I gotta just wait for the pimping or put myself in a position for the true pimping to show up, pop out, and you feel me, then choose up. What's
Hey,
going up?
what's up with the pimping though? On
What's
my
up with
mama,
Reckless?
on babies. Nigga,
What's
I
on
like
your
what's going on though. Nigga, I love to see this shit. I ain't gonna lie to you, P.
what you been seeing?
Shit, I'm in a live. You feel me? I feel me, I was hearing the conversation. You feel me? The bitches. You feel me? Had they perspective and shit like that. You feel me? I understood what she was saying, but she could have worded that shit differently. You feel me? That's the only
Mhm.
problem I had with that shit. Because how the fuck you gonna screen a P? No, bitch, that don't work like that. Everybody know that.
Well, you do get why she said that though, right?
I do. I get what she's saying. You feel me? Because these bitches be getting let down. You feel me? And when a nigga that ain't no proper game, you feel me? The shit ain't gonna work out right. You feel me? And then her time and money is wasted. You gotta
Right, right,
respect that.
right. And this is the thing. See, when you say they're being let down, I don't look at it as them being let down because you give them a little pacifier to get out of taking responsibilities of choosing wrong. You
Right,
get what I'm
right.
saying?
Hey
So it's
P, let me
like,
say this thing. Let me say this
go
one
ahead,
thing though. You feel me? The
go ahead.
spotlight on me though. You feel me? A nigga, you feel me? You feel me? Put some time into this shit. Had to sit down. So I'd rather fall back. You feel me? And just soak up this good game.
Okay, go ahead, drop down. It's all good.
Bet.
It's all good, big dog. I appreciate you coming up for a quick
Yes,
second,
sir. On
man.
my mama, I'm not leaving. I'm still here.
Okay, okay. It's all good. But like I'm saying, man, when you being saying the female is being let down, you don't you minimize them taking self accountability for choosing wrong. You know what I'm saying? And within choosing right, that's how you know a female is taking her hoeing seriously, right? But if you give them the pacifier, then they might never have to challenge taking their hoeing seriously. See, the pimping, the bitches is gonna blow. You feel me? Bitches gonna blow. Pimping might be like, damn, all right, I did this with this bitch, she blew. All right, I'm gonna try doing something different with this bitch, she blow. To where he's always having to self-reflect. He's always having to challenge his pimping. But now the game is being so nice and pacified to the females that's why this word 304 is so broad. Because a lot of these females don't even have to challenge their hoeing. They don't have to look themselves in the mirror and be like, okay, I need to choose better because I do know the importance of having a pimp. And I do understand there's a bunch of circus ass niggas out here, but that's just putting on my hoe heels and getting it done. You know what I'm saying? It's no, oh man, these dudes is doing this wrong. And hey, listen, we all know that's going on, right? It ain't the pimpin's job to police these wannabes. You feel me? It's pimpin's job to talk to you if you're gonna give him an attitude because he ain't willing to show you this and show you that, and he's trying to break down to you to make it look to make you think logically, and you brush him off. That's your loss. That's your loss. You know what I'm saying? That is your loss. And like I was just saying before the gentleman came up here, you don't want to be that renegade with an illusion. You don't want to be that a renegade with an illusion, right? Because if you become that renegade with that illusion, you might, choose up on a trick, and he might not even know he's a trick yet. So that's why y'all need to go check out these, quick little reads. These are the first series to more series coming. Get y'all read in, man, over there on the Amazon Kindle. I got the autos coming real soon. I know y'all motherfuckers don't like reading, so I'm gonna get the autos. So you can just kick back while you driving city to city, man. You can put in a little funny book, man, you know what I'm saying, and get your read on. But yeah, man, go on and check that out.
Thought she knew the game, now she playing it away. Took her own route, now she moving day to day. No rules, no guide, she do it how she choosing. But when it get quiet and she all alone, that's a renegade illusion. A renegade